Hello, everyone. Welcome to this information session for Industrial Engineering and Management at the HZ here in the Netherlands. We are very happy to have you in this session. And first of all, of course, we are going to introduce ourselves. I will start introducing myself. My name is Zulema Belloso. I am one of the teachers of the program. I'm originally from Spain. I'm teaching already 4 years, and I'm very happy to be here to help you with any questions that you may have. So we also have 2 students that are so kind to be here to answer as well your questions. So maybe Veronica, you can also introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Veronica. I'm from Hungary. I'm 4th-year student.
Nice. We also have Vedant in another room because, with this corona limitations, we have to use the technique that we have here at the university. So Vedant, please, can you also introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Vedant. I'm from Spain as well, and this is my first year studying in industrial engineering and management. And I'm very excited to share my experiences with all of you.
Great. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Vedant. We also have Florence, a colleague of mine, who is helping us with the chat. So she will probably be able to answer more questions about your practical queries that you may have. So please feel free to use the chat during the session. You don't have to wait until the end. If something comes into your mind about the program, the accommodation, living in the Netherlands, the fees, wherever, please go there and use the chat functionality, and we will be very happy to answer your questions. So let's start with our presentation. Today we have different topics. First, we will shortly talk about the university in general, just to give you a feeling how we work here. And then we go to the specifics of the program, Industrial Engineering and Management program, a little bit about the structure, a little bit about the content, and of course, the learning style and assessment. So the exams that we really love, I know. The study coaching, and then at the end, we also want to show you, because you are, of course, international community, international prospective students, how is life in the Netherlands, and a little bit about our accommodation and our facilities. In case that there are subjects that you don't see on the agenda and you have the need to ask, please go ahead. So first of all, our university, we are a medium-sized university, and one of the things that I like the most of working here is that we are like a family. So it's a medium-sized university, so I think we have a very good relationship with our students, and we help each other. It's a safe environment here in the Netherlands. The quality of education in this country is improving with the day. So I have the experience of living and working in different countries, and I have to say that the education system in the Netherlands is very good, very good. We are a university of applied sciences, and the most important thing, we offer an education that combines theory with practice. We are located in the south of the Netherlands. So you see there Vlissingen and Middelburg, so very close to the Belgian border. They are not big towns, of course. I'm Spanish, so I have a different dimension of what is a big town, but they are not like big towns in comparison with other cities in the world, but they have like very nice things. Like here you have the pictures of our buildings. We have 2 locations, Middelburg and Vlissingen. Vlissingen is located really, close to the sea. They have a nice beach. You love the beach, I know.
I love it.
And we have our building in Middelburg. So all the technical studies are located in Middelburg. We are located in Middelburg. It's a very new building. It was inaugurated like 2 years ago. And we are there. We have a lot of facilities like project rooms. Our students work in projects, so it's really nice to be there. So the cities are not very far from each other. Do you know how long does it take with the public transportation?
I think around 30 minutes, and the bus stop is next to the APV accommodation, so it's very close.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's lucky.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's not really far away, so we are quite connected. We are also very proud that we are 10 years in a row at the top 3 of the medium-sized universities of applied sciences. So we really enjoy to show this slide to the world. So if you join us, so when you start here, you will also feel as proud as we are. And here you have a picture of our students. Those are our second-year students now. It was a picture of last year during the introduction week. We have the opportunity to visit ArcelorMittal Ghent in Belgium, actually the biggest steel producer, and it gives already a flavor of what do we want. We want to bring the companies, we want to bring the reality from the introduction week, so really from day one. And here I see Philippe and Chris, some of our second-year students. They are also buddies. So just to give you an idea of how we start our program. Yes, Julio Gonzalez, I see your question there. Yes, you are asking if industrial engineering and management will be taught in Middelburg. Yes, you are right. We are located in Middelburg. Yeah, so I continue with the next slide, if this is working. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so sorry about that. I thought I had a problem, but we are here. So let me go now to the content of industrial engineering and management. And this is an important slide. So industrial engineering and management is a combination of technique, economy and finance, and management. Why I say that this is a very important slide? Because if you are looking for very technical engineering, it is not actually what we can offer you. We can offer you an amazing program, combination of theory and practice, but you have to understand that it's a combination. So you are not only to learn the technique, but you are also able to become an industrial manager. And therefore, you need to know about economy, you need to know about finance, about project management, about organizational behavior, and about a variety of subjects. So we are giving you a kind of broad background so you can access the labor market in a different fields. So you will be a more generalist. So it's an important slide, a combination of technical subjects, financial subjects, and management subjects. Okay, so let's continue with my computer. What about the career opportunities and the companies that you can work at when you graduate? So here you have a list of professions. I'm not going to read all of them, but for instance, project management is one of the fields that is actually very popular among our students. Also, production manager, working, at companies that have a kind of affinity, or the product is a technical product and you are there to manage some of the processes. But since we have a 4-year student here and you will graduate this year, I'm sure the public is curious about your plans after graduation. What are you planning to do when you graduate?
I would like to work for automotive industry or oil and gas, and I have some contacts already with some companies. So I would like to work as project manager, or really like in the technical way, but really just managing them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of course you were connected with automotive in your previous years.
Yes.
Okay, but we will talk about the third year in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So, okay, good. So a lot of possibilities. Also a variety of companies you can work at, like industrial enterprises. You can also work for the government if they have some projects about technique, or asset management, like windmills or other big installations that you can think of, or service industry, commercial enterprises. So we have a variety of sectors where you can work after graduation. A little bit about the structure of the program. We have a differentiated structure for the first 2 years. So in the first and second year, we have the same program for all the students. It's a common program from day 1 until the end of year 2. The program is taught in Middelburg. However, and this is one of the cool things of our program, our students start already from year 1, 2 days a week, at a company, working on projects. And I will explain, and Vedant will explain this more in detail, but keep it in mind, 2 days a week, you will be working in projects with your classmates in groups of 3 to 5 students in, working at projects for companies, real life. Then we have year 3, which is our minor and internship. This is your own choice, so it's customized. You choose your minor and you choose your internship, and you can do your minor at our university, or you can go to another Dutch university, or you can go to one of our, I think we have now more than 100 partner universities in the world. So it's up to you. We have students like Veronica that choose to do the 3rd year abroad, and it's completely fine. We also have students that are more local driven, and they stay in the Netherlands during the 3rd year, which is completely fine. It's just a question, what do you want to do when you graduate, and how do you build it up? And then in the 4th year, we have the specialization semester and the graduation phase, which is also at the company. So, think about it. It's 4 years, and you have 3 semesters, like 1.5 years, that you have to customize yourself, and that you will be able to be in 3-4 different countries, the Netherlands, and then your minor somewhere else, and then your internship, and then your graduation. So I think it's a very nice opportunity if you like to go international. But let's talk a little bit more in detail about year 1. So remember, I told you 2 days. 2 days at the company. We have here, I think this is Jesse and Tom. Yeah, they are also here working at one of our companies. I think it was year 1 or year 2.
I think it was year 2.
Year 2, yeah. Okay. So I wanted to show you like an example of a timetable for a first year student. You see there the dark blue squares or blocks. These time slots are related to the project. So our students get an assignment, a weekly assignment on Monday. So you see there, they get it actually at 11:15 in this case. And then they work on this assignment for the full week. They have the 2 days on Tuesday and Thursday, and they work in groups of 3 or 5 students. And on Wednesday, they can also go to the teacher and ask questions in case that is needed. But let me switch now, because we have Vedant in the other room. So maybe Vedant, you can explain a little bit, how do you experience this assignment yourself? You're here from August. So tell us, how does it feel for a first year student to be, just asked to work in projects with your classmates?
So once again, hello everybody. As you can see, we have a very dynamic timetable. On Monday, we are given our weekly assignment that we have to work on throughout the week with our own project groups. And on Tuesdays, we have the opportunity to go to the company and work on the said assignment. If we have any doubts or problems, we can go back on Wednesday, ask the queries, go back again on Thursday to the company, and continue and complete our project. This kind of a timetable emphasizes more on the experience that we gain, and it's very helpful when you want to learn new things. So I have found that, in my personal opinion, when I was working with my team of 5 students, that we started working from the first week when we enrolled and started the course, and it was a lot of fun. But because of COVID, we couldn't actually go to our universities, and we had to work and do everything online. For the first block, we did not have a representative, as all the companies were trying to cope with the COVID situations, and changing their rules and regulations. So for the first block, it was a bit more challenging work, but it was fun nonetheless. But from this block onwards, we have a company and we will be working with them mostly online. If we have an opportunity, we'll be going there as well. But that was our experience in such a hectic and difficult time. And I must really thank Zulema here for helping and getting us a new company in such a short time, especially with the pandemic and everything.
Yeah, thank you, Vedant. Thank you. Yeah, it is a very challenging time, and because we really want to give this experience to our students from year one, we work very, very hard, and sometimes we have to change plans like very quickly. I know why Vedant is telling you this, because we switch plans like today, so we have another company for the group. But you know, this is Corona times. This is what we are teaching you to deal with these kind of situations. You will be at the company. If you have a pandemic, you have to take, to make decisions, and this is life. So we also use this situation to be flexible, to teach our students to be professional. If you have an online meeting, you go there with your points and your working group and you prepare yourself. And they are doing a great job. I think it's very nice for me as a teacher to see how people utilize all the skills that they have from year one. So thank you, Vedant, for your contribution. So we will continue. Uh, Here we have what we call the body of knowledge and skills. So those subjects, there are 9 subjects. They are very diverse: accounting and business economics, information systems, change management, marketing, operational change management, organizational theory, research skills, social skills, and technique and technology. Oh, I'm really tired of reading everything, but it is also an important slide, because all the degrees in the Netherlands, all the industrial engineering and management degrees, we are obliged to teach those subjects. So if you want to get a diploma here, an official diploma in the Netherlands, you have to cover, or you have to know about those subjects. The nice thing about our university is the combination of the theory and the practice, and the opportunity to experience that at the companies, and not just gaining the knowledge, but actually applying the knowledge that you acquire on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during the lessons here at the building, and applying that knowledge and concepts in reality. So let's yeah, so I see here a question from Bernadette. So does the HACET provide, or the HSET provide these assignments in-house company? Are they nearby? Yes, so we work together with the companies. We design, so it's part of the education. We design the assignments. So for my courses, I design the weekly assignments. I share with the company representatives, and they take care that the students have access to the information. Now with Corona, as Vedant would say, it's more like virtual, and they have the opportunity maybe to go there like once per month or wherever it works with the situation, because COVID changed our lives like every day, but we deal with it. And yeah, they are nearby. They are all in the province of Zeeland, or maybe in Brabant. We try to have companies nearby, but again, it's reality. And what we do is, during the first years, we change every semester. So you start with your group. Vedant is now with a group of 3 to 5 students. And in normal life, not in Corona times, because we have delays, we switch the teams and the companies in February. Then you continue for the second semester of the first year with this group and with this company. And then we switch again. In year 2, you go to your third company. Just, listen what I'm saying, because, it's quite unique. You go to your third company as second year student. You spend the semester, then you switch again. And then you go to your fourth company. And then when you finish your second year, you have seen 4 companies in 4 different sectors. You have done assignments. So it is very nice. Now this year, we started in block 2 with the companies, and the intention is to keep the students there for the full year. And then we change companies and groups in at the beginning of the year 2. So with Corona, we have to improvise, but we just do it. So indeed, we work with companies in the province, and we have the assignments written by the teachers, by ourselves, for the first and second year. Third year is another story, but Veronica knows more than myself. Here I have some examples just connected with the question of Bernadette. Those are some examples of the companies that we work with during the first and second years. They are located here, so maybe you don't know some of them. And I'm not going to explain what they make or what they do because I didn't have the experience myself to spend the semester there. So maybe, Veronica, you can pick your favorites.
Yeah, it's probably Lambestone for me. I work for them in the second year, and this company producing fried potato products, for example, McDonald's, KFC, and other local or international restaurants as well, and supermarkets too. So we had assignment within the company. We visited them twice a week and went actually to the production floor as well. And we see the whole process, how they make a frozen potato.
So the raw material,
Yeah.
they start with a potato.
Yeah, the potato, and how they are cleaning, how they are processing it, how they are cutting, how they are packing, and how they are like shipping out from the factory.
And then you get like French fries, frozen French fries.
Yeah.
Right. I remember you did a project about the packaging?
Yeah, the packaging, yeah, because it had some problem.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, and maybe Vedant, I know you are first year student, but I think you know already some details about some of the companies on the slides. Maybe, do you want to comment on one of them, maybe, or two, whatever you want?
Yes, I do. So for me, the most exciting company out of all the companies that Hazard is partnered with would be Damen, because first of all, their shipyard is right in front of the Vlissingen um, building, and you can see all the big mega multi-million dollar yachts that they build for, well, private clients, and all of these yachts are always parked over there. So Damen is responsible for designing of the yacht, for the customization according to clientele specifics, and then the production and delivery of these huge yachts. And there are some that even have helicopters on them. So it's a very exciting company, especially with the fact that it's just right over here. And you can see all of their products like just lined over there. And then you can see sometimes people going and working. And it's a very exciting place, but unfortunately, again, because of Corona, we did not have the opportunity to visit them. But I am looking forward to visiting them at some point during this year.
Great. Thank you, Vedant. Thank you. Vedant really loves Damen.
Yeah.
Day one, I know that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we could tell you a lot about many of those companies. We have there the chemical sector like Trinseo. We have also offshore industry. We have food industry. We have plastic produced. I mean, we have really like a lot of sectors, and this is one of the nice things that we could offer. At the end of the degree, they just don't get a paper saying, okay, you are an industrial engineering, industrial manager, but they get the knowledge of different sectors and a flavor like what is like working at the food sectors with a very strict regulation, or what is a chemical company. You have to take into consideration the environment. So really actual and very current subjects that's they are like very important to start the labor market when you graduate. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. It's about the learning strategies. So we use different ways of teaching. So we use visuals, we use a lot of practice, we use a lot of teamwork. So it's not about coming to the lectures and just listen to what I'm saying for 90 minutes and then go home. No. If you're, in the class, you will have to work. So this is an important fact. So Bernadette, you ask if students can choose themselves which company to be assigned to. No, no, no. We have a lot of students and we have companies and everyone has preference, but in the first and second year, I'm the one making the groups and changing the companies. So if you have a problem with that, you have to talk to me. And sometimes I switch because, it's closer to your place. But no, in the first and second year, we decide where you go. We want to give you a diversity of sectors, a diversity of teamwork with people from different backgrounds. So it's not your choice. The third year is something else. Then you have to look for your internship, and then you make your own choices. So let's go back to the slides. And besides our classes that we use different teaching methods, we also have different type of assessments, exams, yeah. So we have a variety of assessments, so don't think that here you go to the lesson, you listen, and then you do a written exam. No, it's not like this. Of course, you will have traditional written exams, for sure. For some of the courses, I think about mathematics and physics, you go there and it's just a normal exam. But you will have portfolios, you will have reports, you will have group presentations, individual presentations, assessments. So, it's like real life, right? I mean, when you join a company, you will have to present your projects. It's not about memorizing knowledge. You have to apply it and you have to convince people to invest in your project. So this is what you learn, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. And this is where you get the grades for. Yeah. Okay. So it's not about only knowledge. You also have to show your competencies and your skills. Good. So this was in a nutshell the year 1 and 2, the same structure. Here you have some examples of projects for year 1. Each block, a block is a period of 10 weeks. So we have 4 blocks in year 1. And those are the projects that they are linked with the companies. Introduction to processes, asset maintenance management. This is the block we are in at this moment. Quality management and operational excellence. And well, I will go back to Vedant again for a second. Maybe you can give us some examples of one of your first projects as, first year students, so that the public, the participants can get an idea. What do we ask? So Vedant?
So for introduction to processes, one of the things that we had to do was that we had to design basically an overview of how you want your company to look like, in the sense of how you want your industry to be. So from where do you want your cargo to come in, from where it will be processed, and how it will be shipped out. So there's like a little square, and then you can put the places where you want designers to be, where you want engineers to be. And that was just a part of 1 week of our assignments that we had. And we had to design basically a whole industry based on efficiency and based on as well based on what product you are trying to create in that industry.
Okay. And you are in a group of, I think, 5 students. What about the process of working together with people from different backgrounds? Was it difficult? Is it challenging sometimes? Because I mean, for some of you, it's a big change, right?
Yes, for the first week, everything was very good with all of us. But then in the second week, we had a very good argument about a very minute and trivial detail in our project. And that ended up costing us about 45 minutes of work time, which is big when you're trying to get work done in 2 days for the whole week. So, anyways, while we were trying to get over our differences, it was resolved finally. And I would say that right now, my group is a lot more cohesive, and we are all we're working together a lot better than we were before. So, yes, there are difficulties with new and different people from different cultures, but you get over it as long as you have that single goal that you want to work for.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you, Vedant, for sharing. So let's go back to the presentation again. Give me a second. Yes, so those were some examples of the projects. Here you have the courses of the first year, some of them like mathematics, finance, operations, management, statistics, research skills, project management, asset management, communication skills. So the list is really long, just to give you a flavor that is a mix, a combination of different fields. And then after year 1 and 2, which is common for all our students, we go to year 3, which has 2 parts. And each student is making choices for the specialization as minor and the internship, the individual internship. And since we have Veronica here, thank you to be here because you know more than myself. And she was a year 3 student last year. She has put here some nice pictures of your minor and internship. So please go ahead, tell us.
So last year during my minor, I went to Istanbul, Turkey. I had my different courses over there. I choose to study mechatronic engineering to get some more like engineering background.
So more really technical.
Yeah, I went for technical, because here we get some, but I was more like interested to get even deeper knowledge, and it was super fun. We traveled a lot. I got to meet a lot of people, different people from around the world, and it was very fun. So and for my second semester, I did my internship at Bosch in Hungary. It was like automotive industry. Yeah, it's my dream to work in automotive industry. So I was lucky to get this assignment because it was a very huge assignment actually, and it was very useful because I learned a lot. And if we are lucky, actually we get offer for like after graduation as well. So it's a very good opportunity for us.
Yeah. And this is what you see that you are now a 4th year student and you have already the contact with 5 companies at this moment. And now you know a little bit, well, I like automotive, I like this, I don't like that. And this is also very valuable, I think, for you to make your choices. And sometimes it's like overwhelming because you have to, of course, you have a variety of opportunities, but I think it's nice, right?
Yeah, and we can try out really what we like and what we prefer to do. And we can even practice and see if it really fits us or not.
Yeah, nice, this student life. Okay, so here we have like a map of Europe where we see some of the choices for the minor last year. So besides Turkey, of course, we have the students in Finland, in France, and we have about 100 partner universities all around the world. So I think we also have this year some students outside Europe, right? Like I think in America and in Asia, in Korea.
I think so too.
Yeah. So it's like a very nice opportunity if you want to spend like 1 semester abroad. And let's move forward to year 4. Year 4, and this is the challenging part. The first semester you have to come back to the university here in Middelburg. And you have a semester with subjects, and then in the second semester you start your graduation phase. So tell us, was it hard to come back to the student life in Middelburg after your year of Turkey and Hungary?
It's a mixed feeling because it's good to come back to meet our teachers, classmates, and really be here again. But of course, we are waiting again, like what's gonna come next and everything. But it's a good feeling to be back.
Okay, so now you are following, all the lectures in this semester. What are your plans for your graduation? Because you can also choose to graduate at a company abroad, or how does it work? Tell us.
Now I'm having some contact with some companies abroad, but I'm applying companies here in the Netherlands as well because of the corona situation. I have contact example now with Continental, GE, and they are offering jobs. But the thing is that like with this corona situation, it's better to maybe stay now here. But we have possibility to go abroad again.
Okay, so nice. You will have, if you move to another country, it will be again another country that you have within your studies. So great, thank you. Thank you for explaining year 3 and year 4. Besides, I told you that we are like kind of family, and also within our program, I have to say that within industrial engineering and management, we spend a lot of time with our students, and we have this study coaching approach. So from actually before they start, before the introduction week of the first years, we already have contact. I'm the study coach with the first year, so I have a close contact with the new students. And we also have mentoring, of course, for the choices that the students have to make through the years. And in the beginning, in year 1, I schedule meetings with my students, and they have the opportunity to schedule meetings with myself as well, which is happening often, I have to say. From year 2, we expect students to be more independent. And besides having a study coach and a counselor, and if there are like big issues during the study time, we also have psychologists and a lot of support for our students. But besides the official university processes, we also have a buddy system in place, so that the first year students feel at home, and they know students from other years, and they get like an opportunity to meet students that have already made choices and that have come here like for the first time as well. So actually you are a buddy, you were a buddy. So, and Vedant, you are a first year student, so he experienced as well the buddy. So maybe I go back to Vedant to ask him, how does it work, the buddy system, and did you feel at home? Because you came also from the Canary Islands, so to the Netherlands, the cold weather. So tell us, how was your first weeks?
So, when I just shifted from the Canary Islands, it was kind of summerish for us, around 25, 27 degrees, and I came here into 19, 18 degrees, and I felt it was freezing, and I saw all the Dutch people with cut sleeves, and it was terrifying, to say the least. Um, After that, I had some questions about living in the Netherlands. Like, we have this thing in the Netherlands for public transport that you use that is called the OV chip card, but I knew nothing about that. I ended up asking my buddy for guidance and help, and ended up helping me to get the OV chip card, and now I can go around everywhere in public transport by the OV chip card. Also, any questions that you have, you can ask your buddies. So I was in close contact during the first weeks with my buddies, asking them questions about where to get my books, where to get my pens, pencils. I wanted to buy a bicycle. I was interested in that, so I asked my buddies for that. So you can ask about everything with your buddies, even the good clubs and other important questions that you might have, and they will answer you about everything. And it really is very helpful to know somebody from the older years who can help and guide you once you're here away from your family, especially.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know about the clubs, Vedant, but
We're
okay.
always here to have them.
Yeah, I don't want to hear. That's fine. This is okay. So we have a buddy system in place.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Let's move forward to the presentation. Now we want to show you some details about the accommodation. So maybe we can, just we have this video, so you get a flavor of how our campus, our accommodation looks like. So the first year students, usually they go to this accommodation. It looks very nice. When I saw the video, I had to ask you, is really the place where the first year students or the students are living? Because I think it's very cool. But instead of explaining it, let me start the video now, and you have the opportunity to watch for yourself for the next 2 minutes. Okay, so I hope you had like a kind of feeling about the accommodation and a little bit of the views of the city, the beach, which is very nice. So I would like to remind you that if you have questions, you can use the chat. We are approaching the end of the presentation, so please go ahead to ask your questions. I will move forward to the next slides. Now it's about the admission requirements. To enter industrial engineering and management, you need to have a secondary education, which is the equivalent to the Dutch secondary education. Usually, if you have questions, you can always send an email to study@hz.nl. I will show you the email address in a minute. And it's necessary to have a good knowledge of mathematics to start our degree. And if you have economics and or physics, it would be an advantage because in the first year you also have physics and finance. Also, a good command of English, spoken English and written English is needed, and you have there, and also on our website you can see all the details for the requirements. If you want to apply, so please do it today. If you are like interested about our very nice study, go to this website, study link. If you have questions or if you want to apply and don't know how, you can just send an email to study@hz.nl. Besides that, I want you to give you the opportunity, if you want, to chat with one of our students. We have student ambassadors. Those are 6 of them. So if you go to hz.nl/chat, you can select in a drop-down menu industrial engineering and management, and then you will see the options there. You see where are they from, short story about themselves, in which year they're at, and then you can just write your questions and they will be pleased to answer. And you can contact also the WhatsApp group or the prospective students group, or keep in contact with them, because of course I'm a teacher and I know that I'm giving you information about the program, but the student life and the perspective from students is also very important. So if you have questions, please use the chat. You can also talk to an advisor. You have there the information as well. You can visit our website and then go to talk to an advisor. And let me take a minute to read the last questions from the chat. So I see Julio González. Do I need to get a certain amount of points for the IB international? No, but these questions, I think Florence is there. I know from my experience last year in the first that you don't have to have an amount of points, but probably Florence can comment better than myself. So I don't know if she's online yet, but in general, Julio, no, you really have to have your high school diploma. You have to have all the subjects. You really need to have mathematics in the last year, and this is what we are interested. So 24 points. Thank you, Florence. Thank you. So 24 points would be sufficient. Is this an answer to you, Julio? 24 points will be sufficient. So I hope this is an answer for you, Julio. Yeah, then if you have math, so Julio is saying that he has math analysis, this would be fine. You will have the right profile to start, because we start with mathematics, and you will be also good at statistics, I think, if you have this background. So Julio, you will be okay. Okay, you're welcome. De nada, Julio. So Florence, we have another question from Humana Bakri. Do I need to have a certain grade for AS Maths for this curriculum? I have to redirect this question to Florence. I know that she will be typing now because I'm not an expert in this kind of curriculum. So let's wait until Florence takes the time to type. We also have Leonard. Hi, Leonard. How many points do I have to get for A-level Cambridge? Well, I don't know the details. Probably Florence knows it, but if you go to our website and then you go to requirements and then you go to language requirements, you will see the equivalent of Cambridge and all the diplomas. So look, thank you, Vedant. So C is needed. But go, if you have doubts, go to the website, the requirements, language requirements, and then you have like all the different official diplomas that we are using to verify the level. So you have it there. Just go to hsets.nl and then language requirements. And let me check if Florence is answering the question about the British. In the meanwhile, I see another question from Bernadette. For the internship and the minor, so probably it's a question for you, abroad perhaps, who organizes and pays for the transport and accommodation? How do you supervise and evaluate the internship abroad? So maybe you can talk about the practical things. Yeah, you can.
So for minors studying abroad, we have like a list of universities where we can apply to, and we need to put a ranking which universities are there, and then you get accepted or not. And if you get accepted, you need to organize everything, accommodation, application, everything by yourself. So of course, internship office helps you, but it's your task to find there or living, like housing, whatever. But other students from previous year, they are always there to help you, and we have like a study abroad fair kinda event where you can meet and speak with other students who had this experience already. And for the internship as well, you need to find internship for yourself. Like you need to go to online and search for companies, apply, make your own CV, have your interviews by yourself, because it's your choice where you want to work and where you want to study. So it's really up to you where you are going and what you are doing.
Yeah, and besides that, I would like to add a comment. So indeed, you have to arrange everything yourself, but there are two important things that I would like to mention, Bernadette. The first one is your fees. So you still pay the fees here, the same fees that you pay like if you stay 1 year more here in the Netherlands. So your fee is fixed. You just pay here at the HSET University, and then you have access to the minors, so you don't have to worry about that. About the cost of accommodation, if you live here and you come from another country, you also have to spend the money on your accommodation. So what students usually do is really stop the rent here, and then to search an accommodation from the same budget. Of course, if you go to Turkey or if you go to Finland or if you go to Mexico or I don't know, to Japan, the cost of living is different. So this is something that you have to make up for yourself, right?
Yeah, but there is always like options like Erasmus grants and every other grants which you can apply for, and then normally you get it if you have like really good study background, and then you can just use those money as well, of course.
Yeah, that's right. So, and who is supervising the internship? Well, we, as a study program, industrial engineering and management, we have an internship guide. So your project at the company should meet the requirements that we are writing in this guide. You will have also to find a representative at the university, and you will have, for instance, I think after I don't know how many weeks, you have to present like the first proposal for your final report. And then you have like a kind of meeting with someone, a teacher right from here, and the representative and yourself. So it's not like go there and work. You will have to meet the learning objectives of year 3. You cannot just work for a family company. No, we have to supervise that you are up to the standards of the Netherlands, the education here in the Netherlands. So I hope, Bernadette, that this is an answer for you. So please, if you can confirm that we have answered your question enough, please let me know. Thank you, Florence, for sending the levels for the British A. Great. Yes, Leonard is also happy with the answer. Any other questions or remarks or things that we didn't explain clearly?
I think there is one more question.
message. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Thank you. Julio. I'm interested in working in Holland after I finish my bachelor degree. I don't have a European passport, would still be able to work in Holland. Well, this is a question for the immigration department of the country, so I'm not so familiar with your, your background in terms of passport. However, I know that there are some students that are not from Europe that are working as students because they are studying. So I cannot answer this question because it's like a really immigration department in the Netherlands question. I'm sorry, Julio, but I know from my personal life a lot of people that don't have the European nationality. They are from Mexico and from other countries, and they are working in the Netherlands. So it is possible, but of course, you will have to do more paperwork, this for sure. But your personal situation, this is not a question that I can answer right now. Let's see. Thank you, Florence. The best way to know if you're eligible. Thank you for sharing this link. So if you go to the chat, to the answer of Florence of 1952, the best way to know if you're eligible to apply is to go to www.studylink.nl and create your account, apply. So if you apply, you don't pay yet. So you just go there, you apply, you're in the system, and then you will be contacted in case that there's something that is not matching the requirements. And then, the process will start. But this is indeed the first thing that you have to do to make sure that you are eligible. Thank you, Florence. Let's see if I have all the questions answered. Well, I think we did. Yeah. Let's see, new messages. Yeah, Florence also answered Julio. Yes, Julio. Non-European students have 1 year time to search for a job in the Netherlands. Thank you, Florence. She is more familiar with these processes. So, Julio, I hope you have the answer that you were looking for. And Bernadette, how many students start in year one? Well, with this Corona year, which is a challenging year, we have small classes. We are a small degree. But now I think we have 19 students. So we have 4 companies. We have students that are divided in 4 companies, which is very nice because we have the companies to offer our students. Last year, I think we started with 35, but it was not a Corona time. So we don't have big groups. We really go for the contact with the students and also to have companies for all the students. So Bernadette is like a family. Really. So not big classes, very close contact with the students. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so I think we have to stop here if there are no questions anymore. I hope you enjoyed this session. We did, I think. And thank you very much for the very interesting questions, for using the chat to be here today. I wish you a very nice evening or morning, wherever you are, or afternoon. I don't know where you are. And I hope to see you here next year, taking the place of the Dan to explain to the new students what's the life of the first year students. Have a nice evening. See you all.
Bye.
Bye.